Hello and welcome, my name is Ollie Wilson and today you are watching the Knight Pairs Find That YouTube series, a series that breaks down tactical positions into understandable concepts to help us to reevaluate how we think when approaching the game of chess. Enjoy! Here we have our Find That position for today. It is black to play and as always 10 seconds start now. Let's see how we did. So first things first, if we break down this position, we see both sides have 5 pawns each, 2 on this side, 2 on this side for both sides, and then 3 here versus 3. And of course there's a queen each, there's a rook each, and there's a bishop versus a knight. So a slight imbalance with the bishop versus the knight, but ultimately a relatively level position in the sense of the raw pieces. Then we start to look at what the pieces are doing and other facets like weak back ranks. That king is vulnerable to a check. This knight is also attacked and only defended barely enough times, which means if we attack it one more time, we can win the knight, or threaten to win anyway. Couple that, those two things combined with the third feature of this undefended rook on d7, suddenly we see, okay, weak back rank, vulnerable to a check, knight barely defended enough times, and a rook that if we could just attack as well, we would be threatening it and threatening to win it. For that reason, the correct answer combines those three things by playing queen to e8. Well, I don't know if you found this move. We're threatening the rook, we're threatening the knight on e4 and d7, and consequently we're going to capture one of these pieces next move. Or, the only time we wouldn't, is with knight to d6. Now, the reason I say or is because at this point, if we take the rook, they take our rook, and we essentially trade into a roughly equal position, where white might even be better with knight to e5 threatening the pawn. Instead, we use the third weakness of rook to c1 check. The king will then move. Of course, the only other move would be queen to d1, which would be a horrible blunder if rook takes d1. So king to g2. And then we win the rook, and because of what's called an intermezzo move, an in-between move there, rook c1 check, got out of jail free, so to speak, and then the knight was not forking anymore, so we could just win the rook on d7. And on top of all of that, we're even defending f7 against the final attempted attack by the white pieces, and of course we reach a position therefore where black is stabilised and having won a rook is very, very winning. Well then, if you found that move, stay tuned for more.